Welcome to Water Talks coverage from Weftec 19, broadcasting live from Chicago, Illinois. Weftec, the water quality event. Water Talk is made possible by wateronline.com, showcasing today's water industry leaders and innovators. And now, here is your host, Todd Schnick.
All right, good afternoon and welcome back to Water Talk. I am your host, Todd Schnick, joined by my friend and colleague, Bill King. Bill, we have been broadcasting from Weftec for 7, 8, 9 years. It's been a while now. We have showcased our next organization on the show several times. Always impressed with their work, how they're serving this industry. I'm looking forward to this conversation.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with this company, and we're excited to have a new guest here.
Yes, I do not believe we have had this lady on our show before. We certainly have had Denora on the show, but let's say hello to Mirka Wilderer. She is the CEO of Denora Water Technologies. Mirka, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, we're so happy to have you. Appreciate you making time. No, at an event like this, you are awfully busy, so thank you for swinging by and joining us. Mirka, before we get into everything we have to talk about, take a quick second. Tell us a bit about you and your background.
Oh, absolutely. So my name is Mirka Wilderer. I'm the CEO of Denora Water Technologies. I'm in the industry now 15 years, but both my parents were actually water professionals, so I've been in the industry all my life.
Got it. Outstanding.
So, Mirka, tell us a little bit about some of the acquisitions that are taking place right now with Denora. Very exciting time for the company.
Absolutely. So there's a lot going on in Denora Water Technologies, not just a new CEO, but we're expanding in all directions. It's a really exciting time, and we're looking to expand to become a partner of choice and recognized thought leader. And so one of the ways we're doing that is expanding portfolio, adding additional product lines. And so there have been two recent additions. In February, we acquired Myax Corporation, and in April, Neptune. With both of them, we're really excited to add teams and colleagues to the family that have extensive experience in serving the water space. Myax had complementary technology to ours in the electrochemical space. In fact, they were buying the electrodes from Denora and were using them in unique and differentiated ways. So now we have one combined broader portfolio. And then Neptune is in the oil and gas field. They're a service provider for recycling and treating on frac water. And so also this company has worked with us previously, and we're really happy to call them part of the group now.
Well, I have to assume that certainly your existing customers and very likely your future customers are really excited about these acquisitions, because that broadens that portfolio, enables you to do a lot more for them, yes?
Right, absolutely, yeah. So as I said, we're looking to add more applications, more portfolio, more markets that we can serve, more industries, and so there is a broad development underway to expand our own capabilities with in-house efforts, but then also partnering and ultimately acquiring potential technology and partners that we are currently missing.
Very, very cool.
Well, with all this taking place within Denora, what is your focus specifically at Weftec this year?
So we have a three-pronged approach. We're highlighting our Denora Tetra filtration systems. We're highlighting our established capital controls ozone generators. And then we have a really exciting product launch in our electrochemical area of the portfolio. We're launching the Chlortec Gen 3 on-site hypochlorination generators. We've made several updates to them in the past year to improve the performance. In fact, we're really excited that the operations are now 15% improved. And while we have a smaller footprint, we have remote monitoring capabilities, better controls, so lots of improvements for our customers. It also enables our customers to already meet chloride levels that we are expecting to be regulated soon. So great way to showcase the innovative culture of this company, as innovation is at the heart and the DNA of Denora.
Yeah, we've long known that. So, gosh, looking ahead to the coming decade, I have to ask you, Mirka, what would you say are the biggest challenges that we should be, in this industry, should be paying close attention to?
Sure. I mean, there's a number of challenges, but one that we pay particular attention is the emerging contaminants and byproducts, and as they are regulated. So in the CCL4 that was issued in 2016 by the EPA, there was 97 new contaminants that were added to the list. And I expect that as we are becoming better at analytics and understanding the contaminants in the water, in their impact on human health, that this will actually continue to increase, and we'll have to continue increase the performance of and the quality of the water. And so one of our ways is to keep track of that and monitor that for our customers and develop technology that already foresees some of these developments so that we can be the partner of choice of our customers.
It is fascinating as an industry. I think we're getting better and better at actually measuring things,
right,
and analyzing what's actually in the water.
Correct.
And obviously, as you do that, you uncover new contaminants.
Exactly.
And so tell us a little bit about why some of those contaminants are so problematic right now.
Absolutely. So one example is in the pharmaceuticals. They clearly have a wonderful impact on human health and society with that, but some of them aren't biodegradable, and they stay in the water and they infiltrate now the water sources. And so that has an unforeseen impact that we need to be able to treat so that we get the benefits of the pharmaceuticals, but not the negative sides, the side effects of it. And so there's ways to treat them, for example, through advanced oxidation, combining UV and ozone. Another example is chlorate as a byproduct of chlorine degradation. And again, that's one of the huge benefits that our Chlortec Gen 3 can now address. And that's one example why I think it's so important for operators to partner with technology providers who are already anticipating some of these new contaminants.
I'm always hoping that with some of those bioproducts from pharmaceutical products that are floating around in the water, somebody might send some Rogaine to my house.
Well, I bet you Mirka can do something about that. So it's not just contaminants. There's a lot of benefits that can be had from some of this stuff, too. Thanks for pointing that out, Bill. So I got to tell you, Mirka, the luckiest guy in the room is Bill and I, because we get to talk to all these experts such as yourself and get a good sense on the trends on things we should be looking forward to the next either going into 2020 and, way on and beyond that. What are your thoughts on the key trends we should be paying attention to?
I think one of the areas we're looking into much more focused now is the digital transformation. And I think like so many other industries, also in the water sector, there's a trend to do more with less. And it has multiple facets to it, right? You have, on the one hand, operators that don't just treat the water, they also maintain the roads and the parks and the plow snow. And so they do a lot with little, and maybe they have employees retiring, and so they're losing some of the experience. So that already puts a stress on these operators. And then now you have these increased contaminant levels that we want to analyze and understand and control, make sure that the water quality is where it needs to be. And so I think overall there is, with new technology now available and the incredible capabilities that they bring to us, the ability to analyze, to control, to remote monitor, and provide to the customers ultimately a smart water facility. And so we're looking at ways, how can we help them do that, because I just find that an incredibly fascinating space.
No doubt about it. So much opportunity there.
Yeah, it does, and I think one of the areas where the sort of digital transformation does show up is around the contaminants that you mentioned, and the pharmaceutical contamination being an issue. What are some of the more immediate concerns that you see with that?
Yeah, I think one of the issues that we're also seeing, talking about the wastewater side, is the increased levels of discharge requirements, right? And being able to control the nutrient load. And so finding ways to help the operators to put in place systems that are easy to operate, easy to control, easy to monitor is, I think, with top of the line efficiency is really important, right? And so I think there's different ways to do that. For example, in the biological filtration systems, whether you do that greenfield or you put in packaged systems, but certainly something that you need to be concerned about.
Well, you just mentioned packaged plants. Could this be a potential solution to domestic as well as international infrastructure issues?
I think so, absolutely, yeah. So our infrastructure is aging, not just in the U.S. or in Europe, it's aging across the globe.
Right.
And the existing systems are traditionally very heavy on concrete and cement, and improving them or upgrading and maintaining them is just really costly, because you have this concrete mass to work with. And so I think package system is a great way. They're prefabricated, they're sent to site, installed really quickly. So if you have an issue where you need a fast answer, it also reduces the installation costs. And so overall, I think that's a great way to really quickly resolve customers' issues in an effective way.
Well, we're really covering sort of all variant parts of this industry here, jumping from contamination to package treatment plants. I'm going to ask you a question about regulations, because we're very much a regulated industry. What are you guys doing, and what are you seeing there in terms of addressing emerging regulations?
Absolutely. So I'm going to expand a little bit in my answer. I think, first of all, what I'm really impressed with in the entire industry, and I see that with the De Nora team especially, that it's a group of passionate people that really sincerely care about the sustainability of the water source. And so there's a lot of effort underway to being prepared to improve the product and the services to our customers, but to society in general, right? And so in pre-thinking some of these emerging regulations and thinking through how can we be ahead of it, because it's what we have as a purpose in coming to work. And so one area we talked about a little bit earlier is the chlorate systems as a byproduct of chlorine degradation. There's different ways that you can address that, whether through gas as the pure form of chlorine, or whether through electrochemical processes where you can be more targeted in the processes that you impact and where we oxidize and destroy contaminants. And so expecting that there will be a regulation on chlorates, that's where the teams that came up with this breakthrough technology and played around with it with the intention saying, how do we offer or solve that for our customers in the future? And so we're really excited about this Chlortech Gen 3 that was the result of anticipating some future regulations.
When you think about constraints, whether they're regulatory or what have you, a lot of people have a school of thought that says, all right, when there's constraints, that forces us to think and helps us be more innovative, right?
Yeah.
So there's opportunities there. But then you also have technology gaps, and you have lacks of internal knowledge. That impacts us all too, yes?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I think, we had a roundtable last night, and one of the conclusions there was actually technology is probably not the least problem. And we can solve problems, the technology is there, or we have the brilliant minds in the industry to put them together and we can solve them. I think one of the ways that is also very important is not just come up with the technology, but to make sure that we prove it out on a large scale and make sure that it's reliable and delivers on the quality that we're looking for. And so I think piloting is actually just as much of an important asset in looking for innovation than the innovation itself.
What did Churchill say in World War II? We have no money, so we shall have to think.
There you go.
And that's what I love about this industry, is that there's lack of budgets and there's regulatory constraints, but yet we continue to do some amazing work and continue to innovate in amazing ways. So much fun to watch. Mirka, before we let you go, any other thoughts on what you expect here at Weftec? You're exhibiting here. What are you showcasing here? What do you expect to? What kind of the common questions you think you'll get at the exhibit over these next couple of days?
Sure. Well, in general, it's super exciting times at De Nora. We are gearing up. We're energized. Our vision is to become a partner of choice and a recognized thought leader. And so I'm looking forward to having a lot of great conversations like these to understand the trends in the market and what's happening. One of the cool new technologies that we actually have on our booth is VR goggles, where you can walk through 3 different types of product offerings through the plans, and we have some golden eggs hidden that you can find and have fun with it. So there's a lot of cool new ideas as we're looking to expand our reach in terms of new technologies like VR, but also new technologies in the water space, new applications. And one of the things we're trying to do is really to think through how can we differentiate ourselves for the modern day customer. And we're intentionally talking about the modern day customer and making sure that we offer innovative, fun, energetic, modern, contemporary offerings.
All right. Well, Mirka, we are now unfortunately out of time. Before we let you go, where can someone go to learn more about everything happening at De Nora?
Yeah, so visit us at the booth 2608.
And what's your website for those?
It's www.denora.com.
Outstanding. Mirka Wilderer, the CEO of De Nora Water Technologies. Mirka, indeed a pleasure to have you. Thanks so much again for stopping by and joining us.
Thank you.
Good luck with the rest of the show. All right, it's all the time we have for now. On behalf of all of us at Water Talk and Water Online, thanks for checking out today's broadcast. And you can always find out more about us at wateronline.com. All right, don't go away. Water Talk's extensive coverage from Weftec 2019. We'll be right back.